and figure out what happens after that. You know, I just don't feel equipped to do that.
And I respect that.
I think the biggest thing now is to kind of, as a black man, as a former player, I think it's best for me to support the players and just not be here tonight. And figure out what happens after that. You know, I just don't feel equipped to do that.
And I respect that.
Then he swear there ain't no more opening. They banned us from music.
I think the biggest thing now is to kind of, as a black man, as a former player, I think it's best for me to support the players and just not be here tonight. And figure out what happens after that.
So you heard it. Kenny Smith walked out on TNT. It's not their fault. He just shows solidarity. And I ain't mad at him. And I ain't mad at the NBA for boycotting today. Can't have people peacefully protesting in the streets and white supremacists shooting them down and killing them and walking right up to the police and nothing being said. They let the guy walk home. So now, if that doesn't show you, if that was a black man walking with a machine gun directly up to some tanks, he would have got killed. And so what you got to think of and what people are trying to say, and if you tired of people protesting, if you tired of people saying Black Lives Matter, but just look at it with a naked eye. Look at it from a partial lens and say to yourself, this man deliberately fuck a kid. Fuck a kid. Because when a black or brown kid does a crime at 12 years old or 13 years old, they don't call him a kid, they call him an adult. Don't start that shit with me. When a kid, 8 years old, gets handcuffs put on them in Florida, and they put handcuffs on an 8-year-old kid, don't tell me that's a fucking kid who's shooting people in the middle of the street. Tired of this shit. Guy goes out there, shoots a bunch of people. Now something's wrong with him. He's deranged. Something. Nah. And so, in favor of the NBA, they have been doing an incredible job of promoting Black Lives Matter. The commentators are talking about it on TV. The players are in solidarity. So I'm not dissing the NBA. They've been doing it right. And we got to see it. We got to, we got to see the games to see Black Lives Matter. We got to see the games so we can put it in their faces so they can know. And know, 1,000,000%, all white people are not bad. My best friends are white. I have friends that are white that I love to death, that I will die for. This is not about This is right and wrong. Yesterday, Instagram erased my whole show with Spike Lee, and we was talking real shit. I went and got on the phone with the owner of Instagram, P. Diddy, got on the phone with him, and he said, we're playing music. And the record labels are suing Instagram because they're playing music. So that's the reason. It's crazy that every time I got somebody like a Benjamin Crump, Spike Lee, somebody who's talking that shit, they find a reason to take it. All right, it's cool. If that isn't white privilege at its finest, the kid shot up the whole Black Lives Matter. That's not an innocent kid walking down the street. He went there for, at the very least, to antagonize and pull his gun out, whether he wasn't going to shoot him. But he went there to act like, yeah. And so from now on, I can't have music. So no more Nights Over Egypt, because they're going to take shit that we doing, valuable content that we're talking on. Spike Lee, nobody gets Spike Lee. Valuable shit we was talking about life. And they went and they erased the shit. And they hid behind, it's music, it's this. All right, cool. I got it. So Kenny Sway, yesterday, I tried to give my man Kenny Sway a chance to sing. That was the excuse for them to take my shit. And now the world can't really get to see the real shit that me and Spike was talking about. I'm not crying. I'm telling you the truth. You take it how you want to. I'm telling you the truth. Okay? So people are out there protesting an unarmed man getting shot in his back 7 times, who's at the very least, if he's lucky, he'll be paralyzed. Now, I don't know about you. I won't take $1 billion to be paralyzed. Somebody said peaceful. That's all it's been, is peaceful. That's all the protesters been doing, is exercising their right. And I'm with Doc Rivers. What Doc says, man, we love you guys. We love being American. But can you love us back? And so everybody's been peaceful. Billy, do I have a throwback Thursday picture for you? Ro Parrish. Let me get Ro on before Irv gets on. Just the Fat Joe Show commentator, live from the bubble. Live. Ro Parrish.
What up, Crack? Much love, brother.
What's going on?
As everybody knows right now, if you don't know, the NBA, first off, the Milwaukee Bucks decided earlier to boycott the game against the Orlando Magic. They released a statement. They went out and spoke in front of the media. And then the NBA went ahead and just decided to postpone all the games. They're not canceled, but they're postponed. So during that time, when the Bucks were in the locker room, they were on the phone in communication with the Attorney General in Milwaukee, trying to get something set up. So that's all I got right now. But the things are in order to try to get real change, not just Black Lives Matter on the court, not just messages on jerseys, but actually real change.
And so you seen Kenny Smith walked off.
Yep. Yep.
I agree with that.
No question. 100%.
And I commend the NBA for trying to make things happen and trying to spread the word. I think they've been on the money with this. I'm not mad at the NBA, bro.
And salute to the WNBA as well. They've been on top of things as far as protesting. They decided to also boycott their games tonight. Everybody's united. That is the one thing that I'm happy about, is that everybody is united on the same page, trying to push for true, real change.
Thank you, bro. I got to get Irv Gotti. You know, my brother's in the check-in. And
It's all good. Love, brother. Respect. Salute.
Number love always. It's Ro Parrish, live from the bubble, NBA bubble. The man's on TNT. He's on the NBA channel, and he's a friend of ours. Irv Gotti, where you at? Irving Lorenzo Gotti. Ladies and gentlemen, possibly the greatest interviewee of all time, Irv Gotti. I am requesting for the man hold on, let me see. Only Irv Gotti, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. I try to get my brother. Only he made me do the whole shit, man. You know, be busy, you available? Nah, man. Yo, Waleed, what's up? Oh, I forgot to tell you. This is the biggest show in the game.
Crack!
Yo, Irv Gotti.
I gotta get out the studio. You know, I just wanted everyone to see it's real. I'm in the studio. I'm back in this bitch, right? Look at my man. See my man in there? That's SNF JT. He in there making a motherfucking hit as we speak, nigga.
I've been hearing.
As we speak. Jackson. It's my man. Trell. You know, we in here just showing, and this juice, that's my engineer. This the crack house. Look, that's the crack house in Atlanta, nigga. I'm in my crib in Atlanta. You know, we getting it in. Oh, look it. It's a white Russian motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? I got all the motherfucking artists here, and this is what we do, crack. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, Irv.
You know what I'm saying? I'm back at these niggas.
In the game.
Oh yeah, full-fledged. I'm back at these niggas. My nigga JT, he really inspired me because this nigga's so talented and get busy so hard. I'm just trying to find a quiet place. This the theater room. You know what I'm saying? It's my Atlanta crib. This is where I make Tales. Everybody fucks with Tales. Tales is coming back too. I start filming in October. Please don't let COVID push me back anymore.
Yo, let me tell you something, Irv. You had the #1 show on BET, and COVID like slowing it up.
COVID's slowing everyone up. It's not
everybody.
like if it was just
to do with you, it's everybody.
Only listen, crack. Only you know how to fucking maneuver and create something inside of a pandemic that gets a check.
Ciroc, a vodka you can trust.
Look, Ciroc.
Remote TV every Tuesday at 10. I don't give a fuck. Yo, let me tell you something. I've been to made something out of nothing.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Something.
I'm the same, nigga. So that's why, look, this pandemic, it really has slowed down the TV and the film thing, right? So that's when I took the opportunity, and God blessed me with JT. And I just been going hard. I got like 3 albums of hit records, real talk. And then, you know, I did my 1-2 steps, you know, and I'm probably gonna sign I'm gonna sign my first distribution deal. Hey, I want to say that Crack inspired me too, because Crack was like, Gotti, if you don't go independent and get all of the money yourself, you're a fucking idiot. My man Hove had told me, I'm not talking to you no more if you take anything short of a distribution deal. So the crazy shit is they put a 50-50 joint venture on the table for me, Crack. And I sat there and I was ready to sign it, like for JT. And I was like, I told the label owner, which I'll reveal once I sign and the deal is done, because it's a few labels that's fucking with me, so I don't want to say anyone's name yet. But I told them, I said, Joe, I can't sign this deal. They said, why? What's the matter? I said, Joe, I signed a 50-50 joint venture 20 years ago. I said, I can't do it. And they said, well, what do you want? I said,
It's pretty amazing that there's hybrids and there's cars that you could put electricity in and everything, but these major labels got the same fucking record deals from 1990.
Right. But I basically stood on my grounds and I was like, I'll take a distribution deal. I own all of the masters. I get the majority of the money. And I said, and I still want to use your label. So that's what my deal is. They giving me 7 figures and they giving me a great distribution deal for Murder Inc., which is gonna, for the first time, I'm like, damn, I'm so excited because I'm like, you know, with Murder Inc., with John, Ashanti, and Lloyd, and my Murder Inc. presents albums, crack, I was doing 120 to 150 million in business a year. And I did that for like 3-4 years. Crack, I'm telling you right now, if I could go on a run like that generates that much money, and I'm getting the majority of it.
What's the biggest check you ever received? One check, one solid check.
Like 15.
15 million?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I was just, and I don't know how they do these numbers or whatever, but I was with my banker at Merrill Lynch. Shout out Sonia, right? So I'm with my banker and she said, yo, she always tells me what I'm worth. And this is not like Wikipedia shit. You know what I'm saying? It's really what I'm worth with my properties. And I was very happy. Crack, I was happy. I ain't gonna lie. I said, did you do all of the numbers right and dot the I's? She's like, yeah, it was like 50 mil. It's like, but I was like, for a nigga from Hollis, Queens, and grew up dirt poor, a lot of love, but no money.
Said you worth 50 million?
Yeah. I was like, that's good.
You want to know what's crazy, Herb?
Right.
That you worth 50 million, and everybody who ever worked with you never said nothing bad about you.
Nah, I overpay.
Never said you jerked them.
Yeah,
never
I overpay.
said nothing like that.
Especially if you turned out to be like Ja or Ashanti or whatever. Like with Ja, I literally, Joe, would ask my lawyer, what is a great amount for Ja to get? So if he would be like 4 million, I'd be like, I'm going to give him 5. You understand? I would always go above and beyond because I just love Rule and I never wanted him to think anything on me. That's why me and Rule is just something else because I've never had an argument like a fight with Rule. Never. That's a true testament to our friendship. Let me ask you a question
though, Herb, right?
Yeah.
With Fed cases and beef with everybody, with this and this and that, why would you bring it back to Murder Inc. and not just start fresh with the new artist, a new label?
Listen, like, I'm doing phenomenal in TV. Let's just talk about TV for 1 second. Ready to go to production, but pandemic got it held up. Tales, season 3. Trap Queens, which is a spinoff of season 1's episode of Trap Queens. The Operator. If y'all ever seen the documentary on HBO, The Scheme with my man Christian Dawkins, it's the college pay for play. That's on BET as well. I Want to See You Less. A 30-minute comedy about Shaquille O'Neal and Shawnee O'Neal. About an aging basketball Hall of Famer who wants to come back and get back with his wife. Straight comedy. I read the first episode the other day. I was reading it, holding my stomach. Like, this is going to be a great comedy. It's on TBS. It's already sold. It's on TBS. Shaq and Shawnee is executive producers along with me, my man BJ. Right?
BJ.
Listen, the Click is like Entourage, but on a hip hop. New, young rapper puts out his own record, blows up, has to go from Chicago, goes to LA to record his fucking album. So it's him and his clique from Chicago. So it's like Entourage, but really on the music level, on the hip hop music level. So I got 5 TV series, okay? Let's go to movies now. Let's transition to movies. The Supreme Team is coming. The Supreme Team is coming. There's nothing you can do to stop it. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Hold on. Let me tell you who's my partner in production and making this. Todd Phillips. Guys, if you've seen this little movie called The Joker, Todd Phillips, yes, Todd Phillips, try and stop it. Todd Phillips is going to make the Supreme Team with me. Wait a minute. Do you guys like Narcos? The TV series Narcos? The writer and creator, Chris Brancato, wrote the Supreme Team. And for all of y'all, oh God, he can't make the Supreme Team. You wasn't even around Supreme in the 80s. But that's my man. You know who's making the Supreme Team? Supreme. He's talking to Chris Brancato. Good God, he can't make the Supreme Team. He wasn't around Supreme in the 80s. No, I wasn't. But he's my brother now. He's going to tell him the story. What you going to say now? Supreme can't tell Supreme Team story. Wait a minute, it gets better. You know who else is telling the story? Fucking Prince. Prince is my man. He's telling the story too. That's coming. Listen, the deal is already done. I'm gonna circle back. Crack, wait. The deal is
Supreme doing.
You know, Supreme is just one of one because I speak to him. You know, we speak often. He speaks to BJ like almost every day or every other day. He's always in the best spirits. This is a guy who's probably never coming home, is in the worst jails. Yo, it's so crazy. He was in a jail, I believe it was in West Virginia. This guy, Preem, never complains about jails. He was like, Gotti, these motherfuckers in here, I gotta get away from these motherfuckers. He was like, every day someone is getting it, nigga. He's like, this is the worst jail I've ever been in. And to hear him say that was shocking. They transferred him. He's in Kentucky now. But now, he's just my best friend, man. I love Supreme. I just love this guy because here's a guy.
Supreme too.
But here's a guy. But listen, here's a guy who's in prison for life, and he gets on the phone with me, and he's just always like, "Get him, Gotti," and he loves talking to me. But it's like what I told him, because you know they wanted to give him the death penalty, and he had to fight to not get the death penalty. And I was like, Preem, fight that, because you know you could still be a part of what I'm doing, even in jail. Like, he's a part of the Supreme Team. He's a part of it. He speaks to Chris Brancato. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he wakes up and he's a part of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, he's in prison, but he's in prison, but he's got a better mindset than the average person who's in prison for life, because he's still a part of what's going. And man, does my man root for me, yo. Every time I get a win or whatever, he's the most happiest nigga. He be like, get him, Gotti. Just get him, man. Get him for us. Get him for us. Get him for me. Get him for Prince. Get him for us, nigga. He be riling me up. By the time I get off the phone, I could work for like the whole week straight.
Let me tell you something. My best friend is in jail too for life. He got big numbers.
Yeah.
And he's the same way for me, man. He's so happy for me. And he's the first one to wish me happy birthday. He's the first one that like,
yeah, that's like, that's a blessing, man. But really, it's like doing and the success that you had. What guys out here need to know, if you got people that's behind the wall, you motherfucking right, like, keep it gangster with them and talk to them or whatever. Especially if they was with you and they was down for whatever with you. Preem's a nigga that was he's down for whatever. Preem used to tell me, he said, Gotti, if a niggas get you and you get shot, right? He said, if you have enough strength, take your blood and write their name on the pavement, and I'm gonna get them. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, Preem, you a motherfucker. But this is the kind of nigga. That's why I had posted a picture with me, Jay Prince, my brother, and Preem, and I was like, this is my family. And certain people's like, you need to pick better family members. And I've commented back, I was like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, I love these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a different nigga.
You know what? That's something that's added to your mystique, to your armor. The fact that you've always kept it real with your brother, even though it wasn't, when the feds come, nobody stand next to nobody. Let me tell you something. The most important thing, more than money that you can have when the feds come, is for someone to write a letter on your behalf. People are so scared to come around some shit like that.
Nah,
to
nigga.
Just write a letter.
Listen, first of all,
you guys stood next to this man no matter what.
Listen, I know about these things. When the feds came for me, niggas scattered from me. They all ran. No one would stand next to me at that point, really. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, the nigga Dame Dash, he got me, he helped me get some suits, get me right for court, because I ain't really a fashionable nigga. You know what I'm saying? But
J.R. and Lauren was
J.R.
there.
Lauren, they love that bullshit. They was like, beat him, Gotti. J.R. was like, you're a motherfucker, Gotti. Be a motherfucker. Yeah.
Hey, yo, and let me tell you something, Herb. You're a funny dude, right? Because I had never been in a Fed building. I never wanted to. And part of the rule in the streets is somebody get caught, you see them after the case or some shit like that. Got to stay away because it gets real hot.
Right.
And I remember I got the call. They said, Joe, you got to come in here, man. Like, you got to show your face.
Right.
I went and got me a button-up shirt. I remember when I went in there, in the audience, was me, Tata from Rock Nation, and Jay Prince from Houston.
Oh, my
Some
God.
Beautiful friends you had in the audience, right?
Right.
And when I walk in, you smile at me and wave like, you like, with the nicest, warmest smile. And I remember they had a break, and you came outside, you said, man, you see how the Latinos looked at you when you came in? Oh, we got this. I said, this motherfucking Herb is crazy, man. I said, yo. And then they got that infamous picture of your lawyers, Jerry Shargell, carrying you out when you won the case. That's an
iconic picture.
Oh, no.
That's an iconic picture.
That's all right.
That's an iconic picture.
Spitting at the cops.
Yeah.
You getting carried out of court. It's fucked up, but these are iconic pictures.
Right. But here, this is, you asked me with the music. So TV and film is great, and it makes me a lot of money, right? And I love doing it. But there's nothing like energy with music. Music brings a different energy. You understand? When you drop, nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up, and the whole world is going all the way up. It's just a different energy. And I, to my core, am a music guy. I'm DJ Herb. I'm a DJ. You understand? So I had to double back, but I was waiting for the right artist. So when JT fell in my lap, man, this guy, we be in the studio, this nigga will make 5 records a day, man. And they not throwaways.
That's how these young boys is moving, man. They different now.
Yeah, but he's a different young boy, because like I could give him direction, right? You see where I'm at. I'm in the studio and flip this or do it like this.
You're one of the biggest hit makers ever created.
Thank you. But and I'm giving him
I never had
everything.
a problem giving you $250,000 a beat, because
I can't when I think about that.
I never had
that's
a
what I was
problem
getting.
giving you $250,000 a beat.
Hey, but look,
look,
double platinum, right? Double platinum, nigga.
Hey, y'all, listen, yo, Herb, I never forget. My album comes out. They start playing What's Up. Listen, I was in a hotel in Houston, right? And the phone rang in the hotel. I don't know how you used to get the numbers. The phone rang in the hotel in Houston, and you said, platinum.
Platinum, nigga.
Yo, I remember that.
Hey, but that was the
I
first
just
time.
like my
Hey,
daughter
was that the
getting
first
born.
time you went platinum?
First time I went
And
platinum.
then you went double platinum.
And I went double. But listen, Irv, you called me on the phone and you said platinum. Platinum. And I was like, yo, who's this? And you said, Irv, we going platinum. And I was like, I'm looking, I'm like, yo, we only doing like 25,000 a week. But you were so smart and you knew how the numbers was moving.
Yeah.
That you said, yo, this shit gonna go platinum.
You know
And the
that.
motherfucker
You know.
went double.
You know, with hip hop, right? With hip hop, we usually go up and then we will go down with sales. During that time, you would do a big first week and then you would go. Only certain records just stayed. You know what I'm saying? You hit a number, 25, 30,000, and you just wouldn't drop from that. So you do 25, 30,000 for a few months and it's like platinum. And that's what all my records was doing. All my job records, the Ashanti
Everybody
records.
knows.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you saved Def Jam.
Oh shit! I gotta catch the Chronicles, the Rough Riders Chronicles, in another 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I love X, yo.
Yo, can you tell the people? Because sometimes they just think you the biggest shit talker ever. But you have facts.
You know when I was watching.
Who did you sign to Def Jam Records?
I signed DMX, but I was a part of Rockefeller. How I got to Def Jam is I was part of J Dame, Biggs. I was a part of Rockefeller. You know, I wasn't just Jay's DJ. I was part of the mechanics and what they was doing, singles, working the singles, shit like that. And that's how I got to Leo, because Leo, the funny thing with Leo was trying to sign Ja off of Get the Fortune. So I first met Leo when we put out Get the Fortune, but we were signed to TVT and he couldn't do it. So when he seen me again, a part of J, Dame, and them, and part of Rockefeller, he called me for a meeting, and that's when he hired me as an A&R director. Now, I didn't sign. I'm not taking the credit of signing Rockefeller the thing, but it was a great move by Leo because I was definitely telling J, Dame, nigga, I'm over there.
I told Trick Daddy was on here Monday. I said, yo, Trick Daddy, I took your CD to Craig Kalman and told him, you better sign this guy. And 3 days later, Craig Kalman called me and said, yo, Joe, I signed him. I didn't know business enough at the time to get myself in that motherfucker.
You could have got a check for that. You didn't get a check for that?
Huh?
You didn't get a check for that?
Nah, not a finder's fee, nothing.
Wow.
Now, if you see the sign, I don't know if you know, Irv, this is the biggest show in the game.
I believe you.
No.
Jopra. I see it in the back. I see it in the back.
Yo, listen, yo, Irv, I'm watching all these other so-called journalists changing their DNA of how they doing interviews. Now, yo, something you never heard. We call this a Jopra moment. When it's something the world has never heard before, we call it a Jopra moment. Right. I'm watching all these other so-called guys changing their whole shit because they know what's the realest shit popping. Right. It's the Fat Joe Show.
So you got to have a Jopra moment?
I know the Jopra moment. You told me it one time off the air, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to see if you finish it.
Oh, God. I have so many stories that some I can't say.
It ain't scandalous. But you told me one time that you believe that if B.I.G. still alive, him and Jay-Z would have got into a rap battle like Jay-Z and Nas got into a battle.
This is just my opinion, everyone. This isn't facts. So
this is a Jopra moment.
Please, this isn't facts, but it's a Jopra show moment. This is just my opinion. And me knowing Jay, how I know Jay. Now, I'll go back to... Listen. Listen. I'm going to go back to Brooklyn's Finest.
They gotta stop biting my shit.
All right, listen. I'm gonna get the Jopra moment is you need to hear a story that is just a new story.
Tell me this story. Why do you think Jay-Z
and
Biggie Smalls?
I'm gonna tell you. You got to go back to Brooklyn's Finest. Mm-hmm. I was dead set against it. I was telling Jay, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, and he was like, why? And I was just like, he's too strong. I said, but Before we take over the world, we got to take over the West Coast. Before we take over the West Coast, we got to take over the East Coast. Before we take over the East Coast, we got to take over New York. Before we take over New York, you got to take over Brooklyn. And he owns all that. And I was like, this nigga's not a whack nigga. So I was just like, I was in fear that I was like, yo, you may come off like this little man. You understand? He was like,
So you thought you was about to get them to battle.
No, I didn't want him to battle. I just wanted to do it without his assistance because we was friends with Big. Like Big was at the Ain't No Nigga set. We used to go to these Italian restaurants in Brooklyn and eat. Like Big was a friend. So it wasn't. I was just on my strategic
Biggie was my
pinky
man.
in the brain.
Biggie, I
Gotti
remember
shit.
when he told me. He used to tell me he was hanging out with Jay-Z. I remember when he was hanging out
Nigga,
with
we
Jay-Z.
used to hang out a lot. Like they were friends. But I said on a business level, I'm like, man, this nigga is so scorching hot. I don't know if you're going to be able to get him. So if you listen to Brooklyn's Finest, I want everyone to go listen again. And how the record was recorded, it was Jay did his 4 bars and then Big did his 4 bars. So when you listen to Time to Separate the Pros from the Cons, the Platinums from the... Dare I say, you know, this is my opinion. I'm not saying anything. I'm not speaking for Hov. But, you know, if you listen to that record, he was getting at him. But I said, Big is going to sniff it out. And I said, if you give him the thing, he sniffed it out. Yeah, they told me you're holding more drugs in the pharmacy. You ain't harming me, so pardon me. He was going right back at him. And then what Big did, which I was like, that's why Pac was shitting on Jay, because of Brooklyn's Finest. If they have twins, you probably have 2 Pops. Get it? 2 Pops. And Jay's on the record with him. So now he's like, fuck you. Ain't no nigga like me. Fuck Jay-Z. Then he start bombing on Jay. So Big was a mastermind and involved this real ill nigga in both the streets and the lyrics and kind of paired up with him.
That's kind of how you paired me up with the Ja Rule with the but we'll forget about that rap beef I had for 8 years.
Yeah, but nigga, I didn't want that. Like I want to make great records. When we made New York, not one time was I in the studio like, yo, they riding with us now. Never. I'm not even thinking about that.
Yes, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? But fucking, so now after Brooklyn Finest, Biggie passed, murdered, and he shot. So it's like we never got to see what would have happened. And really, when Biggie and Pac died, I mean, just speaking truthfully, J, X, and Ja benefited the most. They feel so it worked out good. But if Big never died, I always say it. I'm like, I just don't believe this is my opinion. It's not Jay-Z's opinion. It's just my opinion. I think Jay wouldn't have been able to play second fiddle. Jay's not a second fiddle nigga.
That's a fact.
Yeah, he's not a second fiddle nigga. You fucking saying this nigga could beat me? He getting at him, yo. This nigga could beat me? All right, let's see. Jay's not a second fiddle nigga. I'm gonna come at you. So if Big never dies, if Big never dies, do I think they would have danced?
They would have danced eventually.
Eventually, they would have danced. 100%.
That's
100%.
That's your opinion.
It's like I say with DMX here. Like I say with DMX, right? Like I know these niggas. I know the DNA of these niggas. X isn't friends with no rapper. If you rhyme, he don't like you. Trust me. He'll come around and hey, what up, Smoke, and laugh and joke with you. Go ahead and get in the booth with him. I'm gonna bite him. I'm gonna get him, Gotti. Like that's just who he is. He's not cool with any rapper. If you rap, he could have a friendship with you somewhat, but he's gonna let you know I'm better than you. It's just in his DNA.
Let me ask you a question, right? And you tell me this all the time, and you try to convince me, and I tell you, Irv, I never get high. I don't want to get high.
Right.
and you tell me your theory of, you tell me, you said, yo, you gotta get high.
Hey, it's you know what? It's something to be said with drugs and music. You know what I'm saying? It is. Some of the best records that I made, I was high as a kite, yo. And I'm not, hey, everyone out there, if you're listening, I'm not a drug nigga. Like, I don't smoke weed. If I smoke weed, if JT is smoking, I'll smoke a little weed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not walking around getting high every day. But I have to say.
Now, Herb, I'm not saying that. But you told me, yo, Joe, you're doing a great injustice. You should go to an island somewhere. Pop a
And
pill
get
or
high.
something,
It'll be great.
and really enjoy life.
Enjoy it to the maximum. Listen, anyone,
and for a guy like me.
Hey, listen, I'm going to say this to everyone out there. All of the people that's thing. If you have done ecstasy, just comment on here if it was the greatest sex you ever had was on ecstasy.
Yo, Herb.
And see what happens is once you have that greatest sex in the world on ecstasy, you chase it. You fucking chase it like a demon. So that's what I'm like, nigga, I was high for 3 years straight. But in that 3 years, I made all of those hit records high. That's why I was like, Joe, I'm talking to Joe, geeked the fucked up, face torn off, eyes rolling like a motherfucker. And I'm like, nigga.
You're like, Joe, you don't know.
I'll give you the great shit. Go to an island. Yeah. Now here's more. If you look, Herb, don't lie. My nigga Cruz, he's like, yeah, look, everyone's yes, thumbs up. I'm telling you.
Like,
now,
don't lie.
if you have ever been on an island, if you've ever been on an island and fucking got on too with the baddest bitch, you tell me if this, you're like, this is life. This is life.
Hey, yo, let me tell you something. Yo, Herb, you so fucking crazy because you're so convincing. Sometimes when I'm with you,
I tell the truth.
I'm actually contemplating it.
Listen, Crack,
like,
you should do it. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why.
My wife on an island and
listen,
get high?
I'm not promoting like drugs. I know it sounds like I'm promoting life. Now here, let me tell y'all about life. And this is why I am the way I am. Everyone is the same. We are all born, right? We're all gonna die. Nobody is exempt. So in between birth and death, we live, nigga. All right. So now go back to what I'm saying. You telling me you don't want, if I'm describing the greatest feeling in the world, you don't want to see if I'm right one time with an island with wifey, and you're gonna be like, this nigga got it. You're gonna be like, got it.
Yo, Herb,
you know be banging, got it.
You know what I love about you, Herb, is that you're free.
Yeah.
And when you say it to me, even though I'm not doing it because it's not my shit, but
this nigga, after all of that, he said, I'm telling you
the truth. I'm not saying that, but I love that you're free and you live in the moment.
Yeah.
You live in the moment. You don't live for other people, what people say.
I want to live life to the fullest, man. You know, I grew up poor, right? So I'm the youngest of 8 kids. Joe, you know my family, and you know exactly who I am.
All beautiful.
Right.
Your
you know
mother,
exactly
your
who
father,
I am.
Your cousins, your uncles.
Family. And I used to get angry. Like, we would go over somebody's house. He had a nice house. I would leave and physically be angry. Like, what the fuck, man? Why my family can't have that? Why my family can't live a good life? Like, we got all this love. We the best. We the dopest people. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we have that? So all I'm doing is trying to get it and get all of it so me and my family can live. But I'm a nigga. I'm going to live. I'm going to live. You understand? I'm going to get this money. I'm going to be a billionaire. Y'all heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get a billion. It's going to be like, yo, this nigga's a billionaire.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, and I'm not,
no,
but here, watch. Let me let off some more secrets. It's like, for the first time, everyone talks about getting $1 billion, right? but I actually see it. Like, I shouldn't announce it or whatever, but I'm working on a deal where Visionary Ideas is my multimedia company. Visionary Ideas has Murder Inc., it has Tales, it has the movies. That's my big company. And I got billionaires ready to give me $100 million because they believe in the kid. And once they give me that $100 million, the conversations of the dynamic of business changes. It's no more me asking to do a show. Me, oh, I have an idea. No, I just do it. And I use my relationships to form distribution situations in music, in TV, and film. And here, let me talk more real nigga business talk that may go over your heads or maybe I catch it. The entertainment business yields a 10 to 20 times multiple. What that means is, whatever my company is, if it's evaluated at 100 million, when I sell it, I'll get $1 billion to $2 billion. And I'm with some billionaire boys crew that believe in me. Straight up. I'm with a billionaires boys crew that's like, we're gonna set you up, Gotti, and see that shit you talking if it's real. And it's real. Like
It's
when it
real.
comes, me and Crack is laughing
No,
and
it's
joking,
real. It's
right?
real.
But I'm telling y'all real shit on the entertainment level, on TV, films, and music, is niggas can't fuck with me.
That's a
I'm
fact.
telling you, and please believe me.
Earth. You're genius.
Thank you, Crack. Thank you.
No. You
Thank
are
you.
though.
You do know,
Right.
Crack. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, I'm gonna out everything. I'm movies, TV, and film. When you keep seeing Visionary Ideas, no, the next thing you're gonna see is Irv Gotti sells Visionary Ideas for $3 billion. Like, I could see it. And when a nigga like me could see something, so everyone out there who's like dreamers or whatever, don't ever forget or give up on your dreams. But the thing that with a dream is, you gotta visualize it. So you gotta put the pieces of the puzzle together so you can see it. So what I'm explaining to y'all now, it's like, yo, the Billy is right there. I see it. I just gotta go get it now and put in the work. And that's nothing. I'm a worker. I grind. I don't have to sleep.
And
You know
so
what I'm saying? I'm an
what I
idea
said,
nigga. You know what I'm saying?
what
So
I
it's right
said,
there. So I'm trying to, and whoever's looking at this, I'm saying to y'all could get it too. And I don't care if it's $1 billion or your short goal, $1 million, or if it's whatever the fuck it is. You visualize it and say, all right, I got to get to here, here, here. One of the first steps is me getting this distribution deal with JT. Okay, so now when I get the distribution deal, I own all my masters. I get fucking 75% of my motherfucking money, right? Okay, the investors that's giving me that's an asset to them. They're like, you're gonna. I said, yeah. So once I close that deal, it's gonna help trigger that. And nigga, when you see the Supreme Team movie, you gonna hear me say I own half that movie. I don't give a fuck if it's 100 million. I paid 50 million. Visionary Ideas, pay 50 million, and I own half of that. So when it comes out and generates 500 million, and now Visionary Ideas profited 200-300 million, now my valuation on my company is like 400-500 million. Okay, Mark, get that 10 times X you talking about. Get that 20 times X. You do the math. 510 times is 5 billion. So, you know what I'm saying? That's where my mind is. My mind ain't on no bitches right now. My mind ain't on no drugs. My mind ain't on no bitches. My mind is on getting my family $1 billion. $1 billion.
and that's amazing.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna send
but
Preem a ticket. It's gonna be the first time a nigga got $1 million on his books and shit. You gonna get
not a bad idea.
more Jack Mac than he could eat.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, but that's what it
Let
is.
me tell you something, right? When I was coming up, it wasn't to Lord Finesse. It's from my projects. I knew him before he rapped, and then he told me he was going to get on. He got on, and I heard Red Alert playing it. If it wasn't for that, I would have never
That's what
believed.
inspired you.
Yeah, I would have never
Because a
believed.
nigga right next to you did it.
And me, I'm a hustler. So I'm like, yo,
I gotta get it.
I can do it. I gotta get it.
Right? You know, Crack, what everyone doesn't know, I feel both me and Crack has been done a disservice, because I feel Crack is one of the best and smartest executives and record makers in the business. So I actually hate the fact that the powers that be didn't recognize. I know why I didn't get it. I didn't get Def Jam. All of you guys like, yo, Gotti, you should be a Def Jam. Nigga, the feds ran up in Worldwide Plaza. So anytime they talk about me being the president, somebody said, well, the nigga did have the FBI running up in the offices. And I hurt myself because they say, and the nigga still says he loves Supreme. It's like I didn't learn. But I ain't never leaving my niggas. I can't. Imagine me leaving my niggas and it's just me and I don't talk about Preem and BJ ain't with me and nigga, you know what I be crack. I be like, you niggas is trying to make me lose my sleep. I can't leave my niggas. It's to the casket with my niggas, y'all. It's to the casket drops. I can't leave them.
I got no
either
choice
I'm
but
gonna
to
drag.
respect
I said
that.
I'm gonna drag them with me to the mountaintop. And if they make it harder for me, so be it. But they gonna be there with me.
Well,
you
you know,
better
like
believe if I get $1 billion, you're gonna see BJ right next to me. I may be on the phone with Preem, like nigga, I did it, nigga, we did it. You understand? You're gonna see Darcel, you're gonna see my brother, you're gonna see the same niggas that been banging with me, you're gonna see them.
I believe
Crack, you
that,
gonna be
and
there too.
I
We
don't.
gonna figure out how to fucking get you and a Billy with these niggas.
Oh no, we gonna get it. We gonna get it. I was telling Finesse the other day was my birthday, 12 midnight. Showbiz called me first. Then Finesse called me second. And these the niggas I grew up with. I came up with.
Right.
So when I'm talking to Finesse, I say, yo, Finesse, let me tell you something. I needed you to inspire me to do it. I said, now I'm doing this Fat Joe show. And now I actually see what you saying, Irv. I see that I'm right there to crack it open, to be the next Arsenio Hall.
Yo, nigga.
David Letterman.
Nigga.
I see
But
it.
you see it. You see
I
it.
feel it. You
It's
know
a
what
problem
I'm
when you see it, nigga. Niggas like us, when we see it, it's like it's done. It's like
It's
now
done.
we just gotta go. It's done.
It's done. There's
It's
nothing
done.
else to talk about.
Yeah,
Let me
niggas
tell
be
you something.
talking.
I was in the water with Khaled today, just 2 deep, in the middle of the Turks. The shit's so blue, it looked like you in a swimming pool. They don't even got a wave. Something so crazy over here, they ain't even a bird or a fish around here. I don't know, they keep the animals out. So, me and Khaled is in the water, and I tell him, I say, yo, Khaled, I don't really worry about money. He don't, trust me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't worry about money because we get money. That's it. We're already, anything different than this is like, it's like not even understandable. This is our normal life.
Right.
We've been doing this forever. Your
Right.
crib in Jersey, the shit is a mile long to get to the front gate. I wouldn't expect that. Like, I wouldn't expect nothing else. This is the shit we do.
Yeah.
Right? So
God bless. God bless. Thank God.
Super God bless.
Yeah.
But I tell Khaled, I say, yo, Khaled, I see it. Like, for me, you know, he's doing his own thing. He's killing the game. I said, for me, I see it. Right? I see and you know, once you see it, because it's hard, people can't see it.
Yeah.
But I see the light at the end of the tunnel where I'm like,
It's a beautiful, and listen, I told you, like, the minute you see it, guys, like, it's like so crazy because it's surreal. It's like you got it already.
yeah.
You just got to go through the steps. Like, people be talking to me, right? And they think I'm weird, right? They be like, yeah, God, he's just weird. He's different. Because I really be talking about things in 2022. Like, my brain is 2 years ahead. So everything up until 2022, it's like I just got to do it, but I know exactly what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But
it's
that's
crazy
how you.
Because I gave, listen, to commend you, shout out Serge, to agree with you, I told Khaled, I'm going on a 5-year run. He said, that's what the donkey said. That's old school. I would respect it more if you said 2 years.
Right. Yeah.
5 years, that's what the donkey said.
That's what.
That's old school. I want you to get that in 2.
Oh my God. He said that's what the donkey said.
That's what the donkey said. I want you to get it in tune. I'm like, but I understood. He's saying, yo, man, we ain't got no timetable for this shit. You see it, we're going to get it, and we're going to get more.
Right.
And, y'all, let me tell you something, Irv. Thanks for coming on. I love you, my brother.
I love you, Crack.
You know, I'm with you
Just,
for life.
hey, just so everyone knows, when Crack calls me, right, I can't say no. So I was like, because I haven't spoken. My people don't like me to speak because I'm always saying crazy shit or whatever. So they be like, yo, don't do it unless you have something to promote. And I said, Crack, I don't really got nothing to promote right now. I'm in the midst. I ain't got tails ain't coming on. I got to make it. I said, is it a must? He said, got it. I said, all right, what time?
And I tell you, Irv.
It's certain niggas you can't
Irv,
say, I can't say no to you, Crack.
This no bullshit. This the biggest show in the game.
I got
this
you.
Ain't no fucking.
Hey, I watch your work. I know what you're doing. I know everything that you're doing.
Yo, Irv, all these dudes that we give awards to and we call them the best, they're jacking my style. So imagine you and Hype William created the fist lens. They all doing my shit now. I got the motherfuckers going crazy. Like,
you know what though, Crack? You know why you'll give the best interviews? Because people are going to talk to you because they love you. So it's not like Jimmy Fallon. Niggas ain't opening up to Jimmy Fallon. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Crack, and it ain't even just hip hop artists. The whole world loves you. So you could get Cameron Diaz or whatever and get her on the show, and she'll give you a better interview than everyone else because they love you. Like you could ask somebody a question, and they'll do it. Like, you know, the guy who does what's that shit in the car when he makes you sing along in the car, right? But really, I was like, that's
James
brilliant,
what?
right?
James Corden.
All right, he's brilliant. Not for the sing along, right? But after he gets you singing along, you let your guard down. So then he hits you with an unorthodox question, and yet you answer it because you're just in the mood of having fun. So what I'm explaining to you, I'm explaining to you why you're going to serve everybody. You don't need to do that karaoke shit. You Crack. Right. So you could ask the nigga a question, and they're going to keep it real with Crack and just give the answer.
Irv, they fucked up. They stuck me in the house with Corona.
Yeah, that's what I said. You're the only nigga that has created, you're one of few that has created something and getting money in the pandemic.
In the pandemic.
Let
me tell you something. They stuck me in Corona, and I fucking turned the camera on, and I went to business. And every day, like yesterday was Spike Lee, Trick Daddy, and Dion Cole the day before. We got Shine on Friday. We got this shit don't stop. Last week, Mark Anthony, Mary J.
Yo, who's going to say, listen.
Stephanie Mills, LL Cool J.
Listen, who's going to say no to you, yo? I think, yo, real talk.
I'm really trying to think of who said no, though. I'm really trying to think of No,
I think you should, yo, I think you should go get Michael Jordan.
Huh?
Go get Michael Jordan.
I've been trying to
because I know that's your man, too. That's your man.
Do you know who said no to me?
Who?
2 Chainz.
What?
2 Chainz.
He must have been busy that day.
Oh, he been curving me. 2 Chainz. It's not like...
That's shocking.
When he come, you know? You see him in the ATL, you tell him he got to... When he come, he gonna come. But 2 Chainz, the only artist in the planet Earth that was like, yo, maybe he telling the team that maybe I don't... like this ain't the big show.
I think, listen, go get Michael Jordan. I think you could get Jordan because I know that's your man.
That is my man.
I know that's your man. So if you could reach to him and say, hey, it's just a FaceTime shit. Come on for an hour, shoot the shit. Get Jordan. I'm going to give you like hefty goals. Michael Jordan.
Yo.
Fuck it. Denzel Washington. You know what, though? You know what? Get John David Washington. His son is mad cool, and his son should want to do it. And tell John David, say, yo, I want to do a father-son. Say, I want to do a father-son with you and Denzel.
Yo, Herb, let me
Then
tell you,
listen,
man.
that's a good mind fuck because he's gonna want to. He loves his son. He loves his boy, and it helps his boy too.
Hey, yo, Herb, you something else. Tell Sonny, tell the kids I love them.
They
Your
love
whole
you too,
family,
Crack.
your
They
daughter.
love you,
You
Crack.
know I love you, your moms, your
No
pops,
doubt, no
everybody.
doubt.
God bless you, my brother.
Crack came to my mom's birthday. Was last year?
Well, that's a fact.
No, it was the 85th. It was 2 years ago. It was
That's a
thing.
fact.